republic for which it stands.
One nation, under God.
Indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Guns, self-defense, concealed carry. This is the Patriot Defense Podcast. From the war room in Idaho's high desert, here's your host, Todd Echols.
And here we are. We are back. Once again, we are tucked away in the war room somewhere in the high desert of southern Idaho in an undisclosed location.
Yeah, secluded amongst the trees.
The drones are out heavy today looking for us. We hear them buzzing by the front door. Welcome to 2021, folks.
Yep, it's conspiracy.
It's something like that. It's something. Here with me today is the Gunslinger. How you been, Gunslinger?
I've been doing well. I mean, for the most part, we're pretty busy. And I'm getting frustrated, but you know.
Lots of questions. So let me throw up there real quick here, and I'm going to erase one of these videos. But we just had to start over because my Roadcaster, my board, my thing I spent my entire life savings on, choked.
It kind of started acting up a bit.
Had it for over a year, and it choked.
Bad Roadcaster.
That's right. We're just gonna keep rolling, and I'm sorry for those of you who are on Facebook. we got our watchers back though. They're on.
Yes, we're back.
Thank you. If you're more than just a number up there, we appreciate you. I don't know. Whatever. This thing broke. So what kind of questions are you answering? We're gonna start this over again. What kind of questions are you answering?
It's the same old for the last several months.
Did you see my plants that I sent in there?
Yes.
Where's
you're sending people
small pistol? Ask Mark. We go in there. Ask Mark. This is what he looks like.
Here's the thing: is I didn't ask this the first time, but what would happen if we did have them?
I would be pissed because I want some.
So would you have like? Do you think he would have got them for you?
No,
do you think he would have got
probably not because I never told him to buy me any.
Well, see, now that could backfire on you.
I'm going to start it over again now. I'm going to start it over again. So still no ammo, no primers, no nothing.
No powder.
I heard a rumor online because I'm online looking for adapter plates and primers like every day. And I heard a rumor that some guy, not locally, went to a small reloading store, out of the way mom and pop reloading store, and they've been having lots of primers and everything because people have just been avoiding him. Guy must live in the middle of nowhere. I don't have any idea, but he hasn't had any primers, and the guy said he was told that they were using the primers and they were holding the primers back to put in ammo to keep up or try and start to keep up with ammo demand.
The production, yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but I can definitely see it being a possibility.
See it happening.
Yeah.
It's crazy out there, man. I tell you what, I'm still looking for the unicorn. I'm still looking for some 380.
Yeah.
Still looking for the unicorn.
380.
Have you seen any?
Maybe. No. I mean, no.
Have you?
I mean, no.
Did some 380 come in?
We're going to have to end this. No.
Exactly. Well, we might have to if the Roadcaster pukes on us again.
Yeah, maybe.
So you've been doing some exciting stuff, purchasing some guns?
Well, yeah. I mean, I did purchase the 19X a while back, which I think we may have already talked about.
But maybe there's I guess there's no operational security on the show. We don't believe in it. So, anyhow, yeah, tell everyone about all the guns you own.
Tell everyone.
Tell everyone about the guns you own.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay. So what'd you buy?
So I just recently bought a new security shotgun, which I'm not really a big shotgun guy, but I thought, why the hell not? And some cases I bought, a case of shotgun shells.
A case of ammo.
Yeah. Because we had it.
Right.
And I didn't buy the gun because we had the ammo. I mean,
gotcha.
I figured it was a good deal. I figured I might as well do it. It comes with a field barrel as well, so it's a dual purpose.
There you go.
So yeah. I thought it was a good investment.
How are the shotgun shell supplies looking?
It's getting pretty. At first it was okay, but it's starting to go pretty quick, and we've actually changed our limit to 10 boxes now.
10 boxes.
Yeah, well, it used to be unlimited.
10, not cases, boxes.
Yeah, boxes, which would be one case.
10 cases. 10 cases. Back the truck up. Back the truck up.
I think that's what was happening.
Ethel.
People were buying 10.
We're going to
cases.
back up to the warehouse and pick them up.
Yeah. So it's starting to. The shelves are getting even emptier. Not that there wasn't anything. I mean, there wasn't anything there anyway.
You guys got a new store opening up here pretty quick too, don't you?
We do, and it's. I was in there yesterday on my lunch break, and it's looking pretty good.
You gonna fill it up?
I hope so. It's. I mean, I don't know. I know this isn't the fishing show, but we got one hell of a fishing section in there.
Sweet.
So
that worked. I'm just looking at YouTube Live here because of our mess up. Now we have 0 views.
0.
It's okay. People can come back and watch us later on.
That's a typo. That's actually like 100.
I think the camera's crooked.
Like it tilted maybe.
Don't mess with it. It is what it is. Well, that's screwing
there's
with
one.
that is that whatever. It's kind of messing with me. It is crooked, isn't it? I don't care. We'll leave it like that. It's
You look
cool.
like one of those dogs that's trying to figure out. Huh?
It's freaking Twilight Zone. We're in the Twilight Zone here.
Yeah.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Never mind. Quit this.
Boy, this got weird.
It's got real weird real quick. So you did some more purchasing, right?
Yeah. So I'm blowing my money on that all that stimulus money.
Oh, sweet.
I took my daughter out and kind of took her on a shopping spree.
Went crazy.
Yeah, she did. And I don't know. She went a little nuts, but she's happy. As long as she's happy, I'm happy.
As long as the daughter's happy.
Right. And then I ended up buying a new trigger from one of my Glocks, and it took me a while to decide which Glock I was going to put it in. It's not like it's that hard to change out if I want to, but
Right.
But yeah, I finally went with the Glock 19 Gen 4, put a new trigger in it.
Yeah.
So did some testing today.
Yeah.
And, between the Gen 5 19X and the other Gen 4 that I have, I'm pretty happy with it. I like the reset and all the stuff.
You did a little comparison today.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about triggers, and I'm laughing over here. You probably look at me like, why are you laughing, Todd? Back when I lived in Kansas, okay, I lived there for about 6 years. There's a thing. It's way off topic, freaking firearms, right? But my brain's everywhere.
Yeah, we're trying to get back on track.
But there's these little things that live in the grass. These little bugs are called chiggers.
Yeah.
And they'll make you itch like crazy.
Yeah.
My buddy, he had a couple little boys, and they were like, first grade, second grade at school. And one of them went in there, and he was just scratching in front of himself. And the teacher's like, "What's wrong?" And he's like, "I got a chigger on my trigger." So he started talking about triggers that popped up.
Yeah,
so,
nice.
Anyhow, I'm old, but I haven't
12-year-old mentality.
Yes, exactly. That's it. So anyhow, triggers. So I spent some time in here today because I got a VP9 and I bought the other VP9 and I'm taking this class and I need to have a secondary backup gun in case this one falls apart, which I don't think it will, but I should probably clean it before I go to class, by the way. That's just make a mental note of that.
Right.
So I'm trying to make the new VP9 just like my other VP9. Pick it up, same trigger, same everything.
Right.
So I ordered the same exact trigger. It's a Lazy Wolf V3 trigger, I believe is what it is.
It's just an odd name for a trigger.
It's lazy.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, I've never
nice trigger pull,
completely tore my gun down before. And I did it when I put the original trigger in the first gun. And it went well. It was perfect. I came out today and I was about 20 minutes in. I'm thinking, man, I've got this. I'm watching a video still, right? I've got this. I'm ahead. I remember things. Cakewalk. A little more confident. Cakewalk. Well, then there's a little tiny spring and I dropped it.
Uh-oh.
And I have tile floor and I couldn't find out where it bounced to. And I thought maybe it went into my big tub of brass, which that would have sucked. And so I spent an hour and a half looking for this stupid trigger.
Big tub of brass.
I found it. I put it in there, got everything, had a little trouble with it. Pretty sure I got it all straightened out. Put this light on and I'll be danged if it does not work correct at all. You checked it out.
So the trigger pull was actually pretty nice. It's not quite as good as the other one.
Not as good as, but it also has never been.
Nice.
It's never been fired before either.
The problem is after the trigger pull.
Yes,
that's where the real problem lies.
Well, it hangs up, it sticks, it won't reset itself.
Yeah,
it sticks, and then you got to use your finger and bump it forward.
Now I was just wondering, does it stick every time?
Well, a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Okay. Well,
and so I'm like looking at it. We took it apart, and you can see how it's sticking and hanging up, and the what else moves? The
slide stop. It's an ambi slide stop, but it's the one on the right side.
Yeah. So before we got all screwed up with our board here a little while ago, I just had a vision. You look too.
Yeah, I'm making sure it's not doing it again.
I had a vision in there. There is a trigger spring that I replaced. And the trigger slides through it, and it's got these two little arms on it. One of the arms goes down. I'm trying to think, how's that work? One of the arms goes down, one goes forward. I wonder if when I put that one down, if I got it over the ambi bar in there, and that's why it's moving it.
Maybe. Because it shouldn't even be. It's got to be touching it somehow.
It's got to be touching.
Because why
the
would
other
it be
one,
moving?
The other one doesn't move at all.
Exactly.
Freaking, we need a gunsmith, and I'm not willing to pay for one, but I need one.
Yeah.
Actually,
all you gunsmiths on YouTube, give us a holler.
Yeah. If I can't find one, if I can't figure it out tomorrow, it's going to go to a gunsmith.
You're going to get bombarded with phone calls.
Probably.
Because everybody's a gunsmith.
It's going to go to the gunsmith on Monday because I need to get it and put some rounds through it.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get it up to speed.
Piss me off. Anyhow, I know when enough is enough, and I was about to start throwing stuff today.
Yeah.
And so I walked away.
That's the way I am when I get phone calls about when we're going to get ammo. And
you just walk away.
Or do you have any ammo? When you going to get ammo? And I want to just tell them, does it look like I have a friggin' crystal ball here?
You walk out and tell your boss, I'm coming back when we have ammo. I'm sick of telling people no. They don't believe me.
It's the same people, too. I'm like, I told you yesterday we don't have it,
Yeah. Everyone's running their ammo routes, man. They're all coming in at the same time every single day looking for ammo. I know. They're
trying to get down the pattern of the trucks and stuff. And I'm like, you don't realize this. We don't have a pattern.
Right.
It's random. I mean, we could get it in on Monday.
At this point, you guys
could be Friday.
At this point, you guys have so much stuff on order. It just shows up whenever
it does. It
it's
just
available.
shows up whenever we're on the list, I think. I mean, it's our turn on the list, then we'll get it. But
it shows up every Thursday at 10 o'clock.
As long as it's the Thursdays that I'm not working.
Yeah, I gotta make sure you're not working now. Make sure you're not working. It's every Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So we have ammo anytime that I'm not working.
There you go. What else we got going on? Oh, we have lots to talk about today, and I don't want to get too awful political today because, frankly, it's important to get somewhat political when we talk about the gun stuff, but I enjoy the shows so much more when they're not super political.
So I feel more free.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right now, and I may jump. We're going to mention the NRA, and I may jump on it and talk about it more with some news clips and stuff like that, like later on in the week, like a shorter episode. Just me playing a clip and chatting a little bit. But the NRA article came out, said the NRA is going bankrupt. Is going to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And they're moving out of New York
maybe if they didn't spend their money stupidly.
I know. They're moving out of New York, and they are going to go reestablish themselves down in Texas because Texas makes everything bigger and better in Texas. That's what they say.
Here's
the problem with the NRA. Okay. If Wayne LaPierre, if he wasn't spending more on his suits than what the typical member of the NRA makes per year, there wouldn't be a problem.
Probably not.
The dude's literally paying like $35,000 for a suit.
How much does he make?
Like a lot.
Yeah, and
we're paying for like the dues are paying for like summer homes and all kinds.
Isn't this
of stuff.
supposed to be like a cause? I mean, it's like a nonprofit, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was supposed to be for the American people. It's to keep their rights.
It's straight up a neglect. It's abuse. It's greed.
Oh yeah.
It's the NRA. Once did really good things, and it got to a point where they grew so big, and they got kind of greedy and money, and they've been around a long time, right?
They got corporate.
And if that stuff remains unchecked, and the money will corrupt you, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it will corrupt you. So you look at all the politicians, and everyone wants term limits. Are there term limits for some of these guys in the NRA? Because they're just raking it in. I think the NRA has probably helped more with gun control than what we even know about. They give in too much.
Yeah.
They compromise too much. Where are they when we need them the most? Where are they right now? They are nowhere. Know what they're doing? They're declaring bankruptcy. And there's still people...
They're fleeing New York.
They're declaring bankruptcy, and there's still people out there giving the NRA their money. Now, Joe Biden has come out and says it's NRA is his number one goal. He's taking them out. And, I think it's too bad that he wants to take them out. And I think it's too bad that he probably can take them out right now.
Well,
I think they should be taken out, not by him.
Right.
I think they should be defunded and taken out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't encourage Joe Biden or the left going after them and taking them out that way.
Regardless, he's going to take credit for it.
Right.
Yeah.
They need to be defunded by the members, defunded by the people,
Yeah.
right? Because they're the ones that are getting screwed by them.
Yeah.
They're the ones that trust them, that they're not getting crap, from them. And so that's how I think they should be taken out. Not by Joe Biden necessarily, but that doesn't mean that we all need to jump in and, line up in tandem and give them all our money all of a sudden either. I think if you feel like the NRA suits you and you feel like the NRA represents you, by all means, give them your money. And, it's my new favorite saying. I tell my kids this all the time. You do you, Magoo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't freaking care. But I think there's other options out there. I think there's GOA, Gun Owners of America.
Very much so.
There's all kinds of different options out there. There's lots of grassroots organizations that are starting, and they're down at the grassroots. And frankly, when something starts at grassroots level, that's when they're going to get in there, and that's when they're really going to shake things up, and that's when they're really going to help you out. It's just like the politicians. When you first vote them into office, their first 2 years or 4 years, they're working hard. They're trying
For the people.
For the people.
Yeah.
They're trying to prove a point. And they
And
start,
then
they get up
start
there,
working
and they
for
get a
their
little
party.
older, and then they start getting bought out, right?
They start working for their
Corporations.
and
Yeah.
where the money is. That's where they start
Yeah,
working.
exactly. So anyhow, do you got anything you want to add to the NRA, or is that a good enough rant?
No,
'Cause that's like my favorite topic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fully agree on everything with the NRA that you do,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty much on board with you on that.
Okay, well, and that's why it makes it such a good podcast.
Yeah.
We don't need to see eye to eye.
Exactly.
It's my podcast, and what I say goes. So, I'm kidding.
No, I mean, I for the most part, I do agree with you on a lot of it.
I mean, and if you do disagree and you want to say something, go right ahead.
There's not much I really, I don't know. My stuff is very.
You think Wayne LaPierre spends more on his suits than $35,000?
I think Wayne LaPierre shouldn't even be there.
I know.
I mean, I thought differently when Charlton Heston was, but now I'm looking at it and I'm like, that's the wrong way to go. You're having a structure, a corporate structure. It's not a business. It's
right.
I mean, yes, you may try and run it like that, but I don't think that's the right way to do it.
Right.
So.
Okay, that's all we have on the NRA for right now. I'm going to delve more into this bankruptcy thing, and I might do a midweek podcast. My week's pretty light so far coming up, so I'll have some time to do that hopefully and get something out. But yeah. Anyhow, so I'm really excited this year for Patriot Defense and some stuff that's coming up hopefully, and I've actually really excited. Oh, my kabocha is a little strong today. I tell you what, I'm really excited because I got signed up for this class from it's called TPS. That's the name of the group, Tactical Performance something. I don't freaking know, but anyhow, I'm going down to Arizona the first weekend of February, and I'm taking this class, 3-day class, 1,800 rounds. That's what I'm going to fire.
Nice.
And I can't find anyone to go with me. I gave you first option, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Then I gave Tarver an option.
And I was like, I don't have the money to do it, but then I take my daughter on a spending spree,
I know, whatever. So I am going to be journeying all the way down there by myself and through the high deserts of Nevada, going down to Littlefield, Arizona. Littlefield, Arizona, outside Vegas a little ways, by about 90 miles.
Oh, okay.
And who knows, man? The way ammo is hard to find today, I may be the only guy in class.
That's true. You might be exclusive.
So I'm expecting, 60, 70 degree weather in Arizona. But every time I go to Arizona, it freaking snows on me and the wind blows 900 miles an hour.
I don't know if you're that close to Vegas, though. I don't know.
We'll see.
I've only been there once.
We'll see, man. We'll see. But I tell you what, I know what I've done. Okay, I know what I've done, but I wanted to get your thoughts on it.
Uh-oh.
So, I have the ammo.
Uh-huh.
I have the ammo I need for the class.
Yeah.
Okay. But the little thing popped up on the screen when I was signing up for class. It said the students who are taking this, and we know ammo is hard to find. And we have spoke with our vendors, our distributors, and they have arranged for us to have ammo available if you need it.
It's an arrangement.
You can buy the ammo from us for class. And I'm looking at this going, I might need the ammo I have for my business, right? And I know what I paid for my ammo.
Yeah.
And there's no way. I mean, you guys are fair and honest on your prices where you're at.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way I can come up with it. It's going to take me a year to come up with 800 rounds or 1,800 rounds.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just no way I'm going to do it.
Right.
Right.
Doing 2 boxes at a time. And yeah.
It's just going to be, it's going to be tough. So I told myself if they weren't extremely priced out of the ballpark, I'm thinking I would just purchase from them.
So you're looking to
I'm
shoot up ammo, but supplement what you shoot. Like you're trying to get it back, basically. So you're really not out.
I'm not
any
burning
ammo.
my ammo. I'm going to pay for the ammo,
Okay.
but I don't think they would flat out sell it to me if I wasn't taking a class. But I might as well get. So here's the key. Here's the kicker. They checked with their vendors. It's what they want to charge me.
Oh, you know already.
I know already.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and it's going to make everyone hurt. But when I give you this number, so I'm going to give this number, 43 cents a round.
Ouch.
Okay, but listen. If I go locally where I can buy 1,000 rounds at a time or 2,000 rounds at a time, because there is a place, I'm going to be paying more like 90 cents a round for that. So do I burn up what I have knowing that I'll never be able to replace it, at least not anytime soon, right? Or I don't know when I'm going to be able to replace it. And if I do want to replace it right away, it's going to cost me 80 or 90 cents a round. Or do I go and I use theirs and I pay 43 cents a round for it?
That's
where this is business ammo. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I get where you're going. I think I would like to, if I burn up ammo, I like to get whatever I burn up back.
Right. And
that's what I try to do. Like today when we went out shooting, I went through about 100 rounds.
That's not possible today.
As soon as we get some ammo in, I'll just buy another 100 rounds.
It's not going to be possible with 1,800 rounds.
Right.
I mean, not overnight, right?
No.
And I may. So do you see my dilemma?
Yeah.
And it's not a dilemma. I made a choice.
And you may, I mean, depending on how things go after the inauguration, you may not ever see that again.
Right.
I mean, I'm hoping that's not the case, but.
So, I mean.
I think you already know what you're going to do.
Oh, I've already sent the email.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I am paying for ammo.
I figured you would.
I am paying because it just, to me, it just makes sense because I'm never going to replace.
It's hard not to, yeah.
I'm never going to replace that.
Yeah.
It's all, here's the thing running this business. Guns, ammo, holsters, tax write-off.
Oh, well, there you go.
It's all a tax write-off. But, even though tax write-offs are cool and it's fun to say, oh, it's a tax write-off, guess what? You still have to have freaking money.
Yeah, you still do. Yeah.
You still have to have the money. So I've canceled a few of my races that I'm doing this year, kind of backed out because I want to focus more time and effort into Patriot Defense. And so it's going to, it's going to work out in the end. But yeah, I did send them an email, said I would purchase ammo, and that's a chunk of change because what I'm paying for ammo is what I'm paying for the class.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
I get it.
You get it?
Yeah. I think I'd do the same thing.
Get it, got it, good.
Yeah. Where was that from?
I don't know.
Okay. Anyway.
So I'm prepped up and, hey, can you get me that holster?
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep clearing my throat, man. I guarantee it's not the freaking Rona or COVID or whatever the freak you're calling it now. See my holster? Got this new holster made, right? I need a good OWB holster for my VP9. I don't have an outside the waistband holster.
Cool little mag holster you got too.
I got 2 of them, actually. And these are pretty cool because I got a little adjustment. I got them made by a guy locally, a guy by the name of Ryan Kelso. He's with Rock Custom Holsters. He sells holsters at your store as well.
Yep.
And he's been on the podcast before.
Yeah.
And we'll have to have him back on. That dude's a freaking hoot.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
Yep.
And he whipped these out for me. And so I appreciate that. So now I'm all ready to go.
I'm a little jealous. I might have to hit him up and get my own holster done.
Yeah, you should. He'll put
Statue of Liberty on it.
He'll put faces on it for you.
No, I just want Statue of Liberty.
Okay.
Even though it's a French statue. I mean.
There you go. Whatever works, man.
Yeah, maybe Mount Rushmore. I don't know. We'll see.
So times are changing for me, by the way. I want to point this out.
You're getting older?
Yeah, that too. That too. Things are failing me. Vision, hearing, all that stuff. But I started this, and my motto still is practical, not tactical. That's my business model. It has been from the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I always had a hard time when you see these people and they're just all, and they're just like,
They're dressed up in their shorts and their tactical tube socks.
Yeah, but they're actually dressed up in their tactical pants.
Oh, I see where you're going.
They play the part, and they whatever, even though they're not the part.
They kind of have that militarized look to them.
So I did a thing on Friday.
Uh-oh.
And something I swore that I would never do. Never do.
You bought into it, didn't you?
I bought 511 pants, 2 pairs of them.
Yeah, but I don't see that being that bad.
They got all the pockets on them. So here's the thing.
But they're nice pants.
They are nice pants. And so let me tell you why I got these, okay?
Okay.
So I got them because I'm going to go to the shooting class. I'm not trying to look the part, but I'm going to be moving, and I don't need to be wearing a heavy pair of Levi's.
I don't want to rip the crotch out of your Wranglers.
Yeah, I don't need to do that. My $12. Do you know how much they get for those 511 pants?
Yeah, they're expensive.
This trip is costing me a shit ton of money.
Yeah, that's why you buy them at a discount.
I spur of the moment, off the cuff, man. That's how I roll.
Gotcha.
That's how I roll. 43 cents a round, $80 a pair of pants.
Yeah.
We're good to go. But so I bought those, and I was thinking about this. You know, I like to present myself in my classes, right, as the average everyday Joe, because that's honestly who I am. Do I go around?
No.
I mean, do I act like I'm someone super special?
No, you're not the drill sergeant.
The drill sergeant.
Yeah, you're not that type.
Yeah. And so, in fact, when I show up to your store, I'm usually in my freaking running shorts and look stupid.
Yeah, you didn't have a hat on the other day, and that was kind of scary.
Yeah, I know. It was horrible. But so, I like to be approachable in my classes,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to be intimidating. I get a lot of older people. I get a lot of women. I get all kinds of people coming to classes, right? Who are new, and I don't want to intimidate them. I don't want to put off this aura of, oh, he's going to yell at me, or this guy was tough, or, I'm whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was thinking, there's classes that I would wear like t-shirt, hoodie, jeans, right?
Yeah.
And then there may be other classes, depending on the student, where I'd wear my, tactical 511 pants. And I kind of dress the instructor part. I mean, if I dress the instructor part, is that going to scare people away?
Depends on the type of class that people want.
I mean, I don't act like a drill instructor. I crack more jokes.
Yeah.
You've been I crack more jokes on the shooting line on the firing line than anybody does.
And just because you dress a certain way doesn't mean you have to be that way.
I know, but it's hard for me to break free of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I've got a pair of those pants, and they're pretty comfortable. I mean, you can move
really
pretty freely in them.
They really are.
So, I get where you're going, but I don't think you're wrong in doing so.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking.
You might as well take advantage. That's what the pants are made for.
If anyone's got any, this might be stupid conversation to some people, but if anyone's got any comments on it, right? I mean, if you've gone and you've taken classes from other places, what do you expect to see? If you see me, I'm not out there in cowboy boots. I don't own a pair of cowboy boots, but I mean, I'm out there typically in jeans, a t-shirt, and my hoodie, and a hat with.
I want to see like some shorts and some tactical tube socks.
I can do that for you. I mean, would that worry you if you showed up? Would that be like, oh, this guy doesn't know anything?
To some people, they'd probably say, okay, this guy's legit just by the way he's dressed, and that's
with 511 pants on.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, that's like a stereotype.
I'm going to look like every guy on YouTube.
Exactly. But that's the image that people have.
But would that scare people off if I didn't dress that way? So if they showed up and went,
I don't think
I'm going to go to a shooting instructor, and
it might actually make people a little more nervous if you're wearing I can see this if you're more the common person,
right,
it might make them feel more at ease.
And this is kind of what I need to know is, what should I adjust what I wear for whoever's coming to class, or is that stupid? So I think
it depends on the class.
One way.
Like if you're doing like a stage 3, like real heavy fire, moving, doing all that stuff class for guys that want to learn that stuff, then by all means dress like that. But if you're just doing like a real, basic intro,
right,
first time gun buyer type class,
right,
just make them feel comfortable.
I might do that. I tell you what,
you're going to probably wear those pants more than you think.
I want to tell you right now, it was 5 or 6 degrees warmer down in the shooting range this summer than it was anywhere else, right?
Well, it's like a sponge down there.
I tell you what, though, being out there, even just for a permit class, being out there for about 3 or 4 hours, so hot. And I don't want to wear shorts because I don't think that looks professional to me, right?
Does if you have the tube socks.
I just don't have the calves for it. But I just there you go, Sarah. Not necessarily dress matters less than what we are learning, and if we are learning, that's kind of what I think too. Yeah. I'm kind of changing the way I think. So I'm trying to look at the overall picture of how I present myself, right? Because I want to take Patriot Defense up to like the next, whatever the next level is, right? Just whatever the next level might be. And I want to do better than I did the year before. That's always the goal. And so I'm just trying to decide if I need to start dressing the part or not. And I don't know that I do, but I do think that I will be wearing these pants more often than not because they are thin and they are cool and I'm not going to melt. And, I'm really anti-chafing.
That's definitely a plus.
I'm really anti-chafing.
Anytime you can get away with that, I say go for it.
I'm about the anti-chafing. So I'm getting super fancy though too, because not only did I get pants, did I get instructor pants, 5'11" tactical pants. My gun bag I usually have, right? It's a black backpack, and I literally just dump stuff.
I don't know. You've probably got. You probably find stuff in there like you didn't even know you had.
At any given round, I probably have like 600 rounds in there and like 9 guns.
Well, you probably like the Cajun cowboy when he moved his stuff the other day and found 1,000 rounds of ammo. You probably could find that.
So I got pockets in that bag I haven't opened in years.
I've seen that bag many times, and
it's
I'm
like, and they're just dumped in there.
What else you got in there? Oh, there's some snacks in here.
Exactly. One I opened it one day and went, there's $300 in this pocket. Dang it, I forgot to give that to my wife after I got paid one day.
How long have you had this kombucha in this bag?
I'm just getting it right. That's an after class beverage.
Oh yeah, that was from like 3 years ago,
1992. But I got a nice new bag on order now. Nice one. Organized. I'm going to try to be organized. This is the year of...
That's not you.
This is my year of professional organization.
We'll see how this goes.
I'm going to try the best I can, man.
Well, I think anything's better than nothing.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Well, I don't know. I mean...
I'm giving you... I'm teasing.
It's good.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying to look the part. I'm trying to play the part. I'm going to grow a beard. I'm kidding.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. So something else new that I want to throw out there, and I'm not going to name names. I'm not going to name who it is. Well,
Greg. No, just kidding.
I am going to name who it is. I am going to throw it out there.
Uh-oh.
I am. I don't know the guy's name.
It's not Greg. Okay.
Yeah.
I was guessing.
But now we're going to back it off. I'm not going to name the companies, but there's a guy who makes holsters out there. There's a guy who is a pretty chief authority on appendix carry, and he does classes all over the place. And I've been talking to him, and I actually about him possibly. Now, this is nothing set in stone yet, right? I mean, this is kind of I sent him an email. He mentioned it, then I sent him an email, and I haven't heard back today. And so it's kind of a one-sided conversation to a certain extent, but I may host this gentleman on my range here. And he may come down and do a class, and I'm really excited about that. If I can start hosting some people and bring some more instructors, some like nationally known type instructors, to this valley to do classes. Yeah. I think that would be awesome.
Mix it up a little bit.
Now I can do this, and I can bring people out here, or try to bring people out here. Right? Some people aren't. I'm just a nobody to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But if I do this, folks, I'll let you guys know. I need the freaking support. I need people to sign up for these classes.
We need to get Chris Costa.
He ain't coming out here. He's not coming out.
He went to Jerome.
What was he? Where at?
I don't know. I think he was there for like the Jerome Sheriff's Department or something.
Well, that's a sheriff's department.
Yeah, but still, he was here. Anyway.
I don't do rifles. He's mostly a rifle guy, ain't he?
He does all of it.
Yeah. He's got the beard.
The dynamics of
He's got the beard.
Of the handgun. Yeah, he does.
So, anyhow, I'm excited to hopefully bring someone like, a bigger name out here. That would be cool. I know the one guy that I had last year, the year before, or something like that, kind of bailed off on me. But anyhow, we won't get into that.
Right.
But this guy is way bigger name. So,
Cool.
I'm excited about that. Would you come take it?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not much of
Sweet.
an appendix carry, but sure, why not?
Might as well learn it. Maybe you will be when you're done.
Who knows? Might switch me.
Oh, I see. You might switch teams.
No, switch me.
You're going to switch teams? What?
No.
What? Huh?
No, just like,
Give me a
convert me. Convert me to the appendix carry.
Okay. So what else we got to talk about? Anything? I got new gun. Talk about the new gun.
New gun.
Talk about the new gun. We didn't buy a new gun, but there's a new gun out there.
There's a new gun out there that
I need a
everybody's
swig of kombucha while you're doing that.
everybody's kind of
Keep rolling.
talking about.
The Keltec.
It's the new
Keltec.
the new subject on the interwebs in the firearms industry. It's the Keltec. They're known for all the little quirky little guns. The Sub 2000.
Yeah.
The CP33 that looks like a pistol from the Star Wars movie or something.
Well, this one's even worse.
But this one's got it beat a little bit. They're taking their blueprints and everything, and I think they're kind of buying into that P90 FN a little bit. But
right.
But they've got the here it is, folks, the KP50. This is a Keltec. It's a 50 round magazine capacity.
5.7.
And it's a 5.7 by 28. It seems to be the same platform, even kind of style as the P90 FN.
That's right. Rock, if you're listening, I need a holster made for this appendix carry.
Yes, yeah. It looks like it's a top load magazine type setup, just like the P90. So
9.5 inch barrel.
Yeah.
This thing's gonna rock.
That's a big holster, man.
That thing's gonna rock. I mean, I tell you what. So, I'm not trying to cut you off. A lot of people look at Keltec and they're like, they make some weird stuff, right?
They do,
and they make some stuff that kind of flop a little, and they make some stuff that do okay. One of their guns saved a gentleman's life, and then in the end, kind of ruined it too.
Yeah,
that would be George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
That was a PF9, wasn't it?
I believe so. Yeah. Yep.
Anyhow, they make their guns are real plasticky, right?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I've got how much? I have one of them. I love their PMR-30. Their PMR-30 is just a phenomenal gun. I love. People say, it hiccups, and it did at first. It's not now. It's broken.
Yeah. It does have a break-in, and they even tell you that.
Yeah, a lot of people say, they've had problems and they've imploded, and well, lots of guns have. I love mine. I absolutely love mine. It is so much fun to shoot. It is so it's loud as crap.
Yeah.
But it is so accurate. It's a little violent, but it's not like can't control it like recoil. I mean, because my 13-year-old, he's 15 now, but when he was 13, he was shooting it, and it was fine. So it's not uncontrollable by any means, okay? It's not like a 40 cal. But for what it is, it's pretty, that little mag, it's a pretty violent deal.
They are different. They're kind of, I want to say they're innovative because they do some different stuff.
Right.
And I've got the Sub 2000,
9
millimeter. It's a PCC. Folds in half. It's really kind of cool being that fold in half thing because you can pack it in a backpack. I mean,
right.
And it takes the Happy Sticks from Glock, and it has other magazines that you can put in it. But fun guns. They're a little different.
I'd buy this one. So they said, now we don't know what they're actually going to be. They say what MSRP.
It's about $9.9. Well, they say $9.95.
Yeah, $9.95. But I tell you, I'd buy it. I think it's going to be cool, man.
Yeah.
It's sick.
The only problem is with every other gun is finding ammo for it. So.
I know, and that's the one gun that you haven't seen that ammo in how many in a year.
Yeah, the 5.7 though is pretty. Well, you shot the Ruger 5.7 not too long ago.
Yeah, I shot a couple times.
So the rounds are just they're pretty potent little.
They're slick.
Little buggers, yeah.
They are slick. I'm impressed. I mean, I you need to buy that gun so I can shoot it. You've been buying guns lately.
I have been. And
go buy.
I'm too in already, and the year's just started. But I need to slow down. Is what I need to do.
You're just speeding up, buddy.
I know. I did this a few years back, where I was just like I bought guns like crazy. Another one that I would buy from Keltec is their little P17. Now that
I've heard it's pretty good.
It's a cheap little bugger, and I
little 22 long rifle.
I watched the review on it, and the guy was just bashing the heck out of it. But everybody I've talked to that has one loves it.
Yeah.
So I would probably get into one.
And I understand that everyone does love it. I saw someone with one, two of them in class, and they weren't running real well.
Oh, they weren't?
They weren't.
Oh, okay.
And so there's another guy I know that just, lives and breathes by him. Just freaking loves them. I wasn't impressed. Honestly, and we've said it before, and I'll say it again. If I was going to go with a 22 long rifle, pistol of that size, even a little bit bigger, I would go with that Taurus TX22 every time. I've yet to clean mine.
Right. Well, we already have that one. I might as well just keep what to one.
Right. But I don't know. That's a pretty interesting little gun, though.
It is kind of cool. I mean, it's got that Star Wars-esque look to it.
I feel kind of bad for him because there was no SHOT Show this year because of COVID-19. And so, I mean, it's true they were like looking forward to like debuting this thing,
Yeah.
And now nothing. I mean, you got to just like a press release on Facebook.
Yeah.
I feel kind of bad for
look
him.
what we got. Oh.
Is there any other new guns that you've heard coming out? I mean, because we usually hear about them all this time of year because it's SHOT Show.
That's true. I haven't been hearing too much.
Anything? Like anything new?
I think COVID,
Or are they just like holding off?
Well,
now?
I think COVID had a lot to do with it because there was, or certain manufacturers like, pretty sure Smith & Wesson was shut down because they weren't deemed necessary in Massachusetts or something.
Oh, yeah.
So there's certain companies that I don't think had the opportunity to really, come out with stuff. What I'd really like to see is Smith & Wesson come out with a 10 millimeter. I'd kind of be all over that, but I know there's a lot of 10 millimeters out there.
My 10 millimeter would be the one I'd want would be that in a Springfield Armory.
Yeah.
The XDM.
And I could see that. I'd really like to see what the M&P line would have to offer.
How do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I think it would be cool.
That Keltec we just talked about, the P50, the KP50.
I
wonder if they get it with a threaded barrel.
Oh,
I think it's a pressure. That would look.
It's a little pistol. That'd look really weird, man.
That'd look cool.
Huh? I bet they'd probably come with a version where you could get like an SBR or something.
I say someone's going to shoulder brace.
Oh yeah,
thing.
they're going to SBR that thing somehow. So,
so I got a question for you, and I saw someone actually ask me a question. It was, I forget who, they sent me a picture, and I am going to pull it up right now because I know exactly where it is, and I don't know enough about the SBRs and that kind of stuff to know.
I better drink my water then while you're,
yeah,
because I'm going to have to talk.
I don't know anything, about the SBRs to know what's what, but let me. Okay. I don't know who's commenting on what, but let's look at this. So I don't even know what brand this is, but take a look at that. What is that?
It looks like a Roni, of some kind.
So is a Roni, is that like
the Ronins?
I mean, is that like legal?
It is with the tax stamp.
That would actually have to take a tax stamp.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah.
So we got some interesting comments going on there.
Yeah, I'm trying to follow what they're.
Don't worry about it.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. But I'll have to let her know that would take a tax stamp because you're essentially taking a handgun and you're sticking it into converting it to like a short barreled rifle type thing.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Okay.
That's pretty much what you're doing.
That's exactly what I thought. So
they're cool. I mean, I like the concept of it, but
yeah,
I don't think it should have to be something you'd have to get a tax stamp for.
No, right. No, I get it. We had a question on the radio show, and I get this question quite a bit. And the question was, what does it take to be a firearms instructor? Mm-hmm. And I want to jump on that. I want to talk about it. Because everyone just thinks, I don't mind people asking me that, but everyone thinks it's just really simple. Okay. They think they can just dig a hole and get people to come pay them and they teach them to shoot. And it's way more than that. You got to go get certified, and you have to understand that one of the first big things is you have to have a place to shoot, right?
Right.
And I hate answering this question because I always feel like when people ask this, and I don't mind it, but it bothers me a little bit because I'm always on edge, right? If anyone ever asks me that, I'm on edge, just because in my mind you're trying to figure out how to become an instructor in competition, yeah. Right? And you don't ask you don't ask people that and then go out and try to compete against them.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Exactly. So what have I learned doing this? I've learned a few things, and you've helped me with more than with more than a couple classes. And so you have to understand that you're teaching someone something that could save their lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're teaching them how to save their lives, their family, to defend themselves. You don't know what is, the stuff they're taking, what you're teaching them, they are taking, and they are taking to heart, and they are going to use. So you can't feed them a line of crap. Quit looking at the comments, because
I'm just trying to.
It's just messing you up. And so, they are going to take that and take what you teach them, and they could possibly save their lives.
Oh yeah.
So you can't bull crap them, right? You have to know what you're what you're teaching.
Right. You can't vote of them.
Yeah,
as
I
call it.
Yeah, you can't vote of them. That's for sure. And so you were taking on the responsibility of saving lives, right? And you gotta be serious when it comes to that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a group of people here shooting, okay, I teach everyone that they're, one of the 4 safety rules is know your target and what is beyond. They are responsible for every round they fire.
Yeah, they are, but you are as well.
Yeah, when they're in your class under your tutelage, you are responsible for every round that they fire. I mean, if something leaves the range or someone else gets hurt by you, are responsible for that. Right. You have to go out and you need to pay for insurance, and you better feel the weight and the responsibility of that.
Not only at your range, you're filling them with the knowledge.
Right.
And if they use that knowledge inappropriately,
it can come back to you.
It can come back to you for sure.
And I'll tell you right now, it can very well, and I hear this all the time. It can very well end up to where if they have to use their skills, right, to defend themselves, it may go back, and when it goes to court, they may come back to you and they may call you up on, and I've heard of this, they may call you up on the stand and say, it looks like they got the permit. You signed off on it. They're going to pull all that documentation of every, if they've got documentation of what they've taken, what they were trained in. Did you teach them this? Are you prepared to go to court for that? Are you prepared to, do you know what I'm saying? Right. When I get done with classes, especially if they're a large class, I am like mentally done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely mentally drained. I'm kind of like in a comatose state.
Right. I feel the same way. I don't mind helping you do the classes. But at the end of it, I can't hardly think, because I've been paying so much attention to people's, where they're pointing their gun. I got to watch their guns. Yeah. And I want to make sure that they're not.
You're hyper vigilant.
Oh yeah, very much so.
You're hyper vigilant, and when you are, I just listened to a podcast today, and it was another podcast. It was I listened to it was like a Bigfoot Sasquatch podcast type thing, right? And the guy talked about when he was in the woods and he thought he heard something, and how he was tense, right? He was nervous, he was scared for hours. And afterwards, he just was super tired. So I'm not tense and scared in class, but you're so super vigilant. You're on red alert that just saps your strength.
That's a good way to red alert. Like you're highly
high
alert.
Yeah. You're like code red. You're looking for everything. And when I'm standing there and I'm watching everyone, and you're looking to jump and keep someone from putting their thumb behind the slide, or keeping the firearm pointed down.
That's why, like when I have helped you do classes and you have more than just you and me, there's another guy or even 2 other guys. It's better. It's way better, because you bring yourself down a little bit and you're able to actually focus, I think, a little better.
I've always brought at least one other person, and over the last couple of years, it's been a while since you've helped me, but over the last couple of years, if I've got, it doesn't matter how big the class is. I mean, if it's at 10 people, I'll have 3 people there helping. Yeah. Me and 2 other guys. And then it's nice.
It is nice. It's very, it brings you down a little bit.
The class goes smooth. The students feel more comfortable. I want to comment Sarah. I ran into Sarah. I don't know if she wants to say where she lives, but I know Sarah. She's taking a class out here. And I actually ran into her on Friday at the post office. And I gave her a hard time when I saw her walking into the post. I said, hey, that's the #1 podcast fan. And she likes to watch it on YouTube. So, hey, nice. thanks for tuning in, Sarah. And I'm sorry that if we screwed you up with the first video that we had to cut short because everything fell apart on us.
Technology.
But she asked a question up here in the comments. She says that makes her wonder, is it the same as being a hunter safety instructor? I think back in the day, it probably was to a certain extent. Yeah. Nowadays, hunter safety is a lot different. You do not have to shoot to get your hunter safety.
It's an online class.
It's an online class, and then you have a field day where you have to show people how to handle firearms.
Demonstrate safe practice with a firearm.
Yeah, but they
don't have to actually shoot.
They don't actually have to shoot.
You don't have to actually know or show that you have
No.
knowledge of the firearm,
No.
essentially.
In fact, with COVID, they even did away with the field day
Yeah.
for a while. I don't know if they still did that, but they did for a while. So
Yeah, I talked to a fishing game guy the other day, and they're sounding like they're gonna start up like actual classes again at the
at the office, the regional office,
Yeah,
the
they've got
new
a-
regional office now.
Yeah, they've got a big, huge thing that was supposed to be. They made it for something, but they're not going to use it for that, so they're turning it into a classroom type thing.
Yeah.
So
Matt says they're spot on because I believe Matt's dad actually teaches those classes.
yeah,
And Matt, well, he actually helps me with my classes every
right on,
now and
yeah.
then. So have you helped with the class Matt's been on?
no, well, maybe no, I don't know.
It's been a while since you've been here.
yeah,
about
it
helping.
has.
So,
I mean, I'm more than willing to. I just
it's just schedules don't
schedules,
align.
kind of conflict.
You're going to come help with the women's group classes this
Yeah,
year.
absolutely.
And
I'll get shot at for
I look forward to that. I've got some helmets. We
feed-
should have started.
You just feed me and I'll be here.
Okay.
So
We should have started the podcast on because I've got the, okay, there you
yeah,
go.
okay.
Okay.
I can't remember. I see people I
All
see
the
hundreds of
time.
people every day. So.
We're doing one of the classes we're doing for the women's group is open hand combat a little bit, just basic stuff, grips, kicks, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Magnum is helping us with that.
Cool.
And he made me buy like helmets. We got like these big padded helmets. We should have started the show wearing those.
Right on.
Dude, that would have been freaking cool. That would have been awesome. In fact,
One of these times we should get like tinfoil helmets or hats,
yeah.
Maybe when Tarver's here, that'd be cool.
How it would be.
Yeah, nice.
So I'm looking forward to that. But we kind of been all over the board today. But I just wanted to say though that it takes more than what you think to be a good instructor. You've really got to like dedicate yourself to it. I mean, because you're taking on a lot of responsibility, people's lives, people, everything.
Yeah.
And you've got to know how to handle people, and you've got to know how to handle certain situations. I mean, I've had people in here that have literally, you think they were good, right? You think they come for any class, but like say a permit class, they think they're good. They think they're on top of it. You think they're good. They haven't said anything to you. They go out there to shoot with 10 other people. I don't know if you've ever been in one of those classes. People start shooting, they take one shot and they are done.
Yeah.
They are done. They leave, they're crying, they're in tears, they're upset, they're shaking really bad. So you got to know how to deal with all that stuff.
Yeah.
While you've got 20, 25 other people watching you.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you when there is someone, and I'm not trying to scare people away from class, but when there is someone who is new, and if they're not scared, but they're willing to learn, but they're having a little trouble because they're just learning, and you're standing there helping that person, and, we've had classes of 30 or more people.
Yeah.
And you're helping one person. You've got 29 other people, and they've all got their electronic ears on, right? So they can hear everything. You got 29 other people watching you and listening to you.
You know how it works. Everybody goes up to the line, they shoot, and then there's
Yeah.
always like one person that's having an issue or something,
Which is fine.
Which is fine. That's kind of what we're there for, is to help anybody that has issues and figure out their problems and stuff. So
you're getting judged all the
But
time.
yeah, the people are standing back, having fired all their stuff, and they're just sitting there watching, and you feel like the spotlight's on you.
Yeah.
You get nervous, and yeah. I feel for those people. I know.
And I guarantee those people that are listening to you,
Oh, yeah.
like to help that person, they're judging you.
Oh yeah.
They're judging you.
No, they need to hold their,
Oh no! Let's not even go down.
That's how they do. I mean, I know they do it. They're like, well, you're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
They're not paying to hear you talk.
Right.
But anyhow, so there's more to it than just liking guns. Okay, you've got to be able to deal with people, and handle people, and you've got to stay calm. So the other day I was, in fact, it was the last permit class. Matt helped me with that class, and so did Magnum. I don't think Matt saw this. I think I maybe mentioned to him, but there was this guy, and his thumbs, you see the thumb migrate behind the slide, right?
Oh yeah.
But usually it just drapes over the back of the hand. This guy's thumb was like this.
Oh my gosh.
And he almost squeezed that trigger, and his thumb was right on the back of the slide. I'm like, dude, I grabbed him. I said, that's a good way to lose your thumb, dude.
I think the last class I did with you was the time that guy was on the blood thinners.
Oh my gosh.
And I think and I felt so bad because he was doing great.
That's a couple years ago.
The entire class, he was doing so good. And then like right at the end,
he nicked himself.
Because he put his thumb back there.
He was like 82 years old.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like the whole class he did just fine, and then he changed his grip.
We literally walked like 20 yards up to the building, and blood is running down this guy's arm, like dripping off his elbow. And I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And it was all from just a little tiny nick. And his wife chased me down. Mm-hmm. He's on blood thinners. He's on, like, oh,
They were a nice couple. I mean,
They were
but
great.
Man, I felt horrible.
They were great.
So I'm like, I feel bad because I was supposed to be watching them, and I'm like,
Stuff happens.
I know.
Stuff happens. But okay, I want to real quick. You got anything else you want to bring up or mention?
I was just saying, like, a lot of what I'm thinking anyway.
Yes.
Is a lot of what we were going over today is pretty much like a prelude to hopefully the way the year goes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I'm making lots of
a few things set up, and
I am excited for the year.
yeah, I think it's going to be cool.
Really excited for the year. Another thing I wanted to bring up, and people, I think, I don't want to get too political, but everything's blowing up on Facebook. Everything's blowing up on the news. Just people things are going crazy. Biden's saying he's going to do this. Biden's saying he's going to do that. And people ask me all the time, are you going to have a business? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You know what? I am not responding a whole lot on Facebook to a lot of this for a couple of reasons. First of all, I like my business page, and I kind of don't want to have it taken down. Mm-hmm. And so am I being silenced? Yeah, to a certain extent I'm silenced, right? If you know me, if you listen to the podcast, you'll know how I really feel about things. I've got a good base worked up on Facebook as far as people that follow my page, and I don't want to ruin that, right? I have not gone over. I've got pages saved on all the other social medias. I have not fully switched over to the other social media sites because, well, look at Parler, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Parler got taken down. It's really hard to run an Instagram and a Facebook page, and then you add 3 or 4 more. So it's just, that's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. And
that's a full-time job almost by itself. I mean,
yeah. And so I'm concerned with the way things are going, yes, but you're not going to hear me talk about it a lot. Part of me is because I tend to not get overly excited about things. I like to kind of wait and see how stuff's going to play out. Do I think it's going to be good? No. Do I think it's going to be horrible? I don't think it's going to be great, but I don't know that it's going to be horrible. I think that a lot of things are said. I do believe that they are going to come after guns to a certain extent. How and what they're going to do and to what extent, I have no idea. I think that things are said to please the Democrats, say things. So Biden, I think, says stuff to appease his base, right?
His
constituents, and keep them happy. Mm-hmm. And I think whenever we get a new president, I think they say a lot of things. And how much of it actually happens?
Yeah.
You just don't know.
The only thing I'm worried about with this is that he's kind of the puppet in all this. And I think they're using him as a pawn, so to speak. So
right. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
I'm not doubting that something can happen, but we're going to see. I'm just going to kind of keep moving forward, business as usual, adjusting when and where I need to. And if it all falls apart and I have to go get another day job somewhere, working at McDonald's, you can come see me there, and I'll talk to you about the Second Amendment while I'm mixing your milkshake. I mean, it is what it is, right?
That's cool.
I mean, I'm just gonna go. I can't freak out and shut my life down because of this. So I'm just gonna kind of move forward and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you have a business to run, so
yeah,
I think it's a smart business decision on your part to maintain your business at this point.
I got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
Another thing, I was actually contacted. Gunpowder and French fries, dude. That would be an awesome podcast.
You can actually use gunpowder for seasoning on meat and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We could call it gunpowder and tofu.
I mean, you want to burn it off, obviously, but gunpowder and tofu. Gunpowder
and kombucha. Gunpowder and kombucha. That's freaking sweet.
Oh, man.
That's going to be the name of one. Maybe that'll be the name of today.
You should get a t-shirt.
I'm doing that. Gunpowder and kombucha. That's freaking awesome. Dude, I love the shirt. That's going to happen right there. But, I was actually contacted by someone, which I was surprised about because I'm not always nice. I won't say I'm mean, but I'm not fully supportive of these groups. But I was contacted by someone locally who's a member of the 3% crowd. And it's something that I've seen going on, and even talked to Tarver about it, or the Cajun Cowboy about it one time or another. And he wanted me to, if I was doing my podcast, to throw out there that You know, and I agree with this 100%. You know, right now someone is calling for, not the 3%ers. I don't know who, but someone is calling. In fact, I don't think anyone really knows, and they're afraid it might be the left. But someone's calling for armed protest, armed rallies at all the capitals. Mm-hmm. And this local gentleman said that they are not going to be there. They are not going to do that, and they would encourage gun owners and everyone to stay away.
Exactly.
Don't do it. Yeah. They think that
because they're trying to paint us in a bad light.
They want to paint us in a bad light. That it is a setup of some kind. They want people there with firearms, and if something goes bad, that's going to give them the ammo. Exactly. Excuse the pun.
The fuel to the fire.
They're going to give them the ammo to come in and hammer down. And if something really bad happens, I don't think it would take too much. And all of a sudden, right, and this could be a plant from the other side too. Yeah. You just don't know.
I think that they're playing pretty smart ball right now, and I think it is.
I think that it wouldn't be too far off to see Patriot Act 2.0 rolled out if something bad happens. Yeah. So I think we need to be very careful and responsible. And honestly, I'm begging that just stay away from the capitals. Stay away from the so-called armed protest or armed rallies right now. Just don't. Everything's way too hot. We don't know who's calling for it. The 3%ers is a pretty large group just all across the country. They don't know who's calling for it, and they have urged their members to stay away from it. Yeah. And I would do the same thing urge everyone else to stay away from it.
This is funny that this guy actually said this. Matthew McConaughey said this the other day, that if he's on a road, a 2-lane road, you got people going one way, people going the other way. The safest spot in that road is right in the middle.
There you go.
And he says, because right now, everybody's so far to the left or so far to the right that they're not even on the road.
Right.
So you're better off just being right in the middle of the road.
Or a libertarian, whatever.
That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah,
like libertarian
I know. I'm giving you a hard time. I've been pushing that pretty hard. If anything's going to get me banned off Facebook, it's going to be that. But no one pays attention to the libertarian, so it doesn't really matter. I think I'm pretty safe.
Yeah. Yeah, just be the porcupine, people.
Oh, I love my porcupines. It's my spirit animal. So, but until then, if you listen to the podcast, I really appreciate it. Thanks for putting up with our little hiccup we had today. It's been a few months since we actually had a technical hiccup.
I think it's because of that kombucha.
It's something happened, but I do appreciate you listening. Share it with your family and friends. Make them subscribe, download the podcast, subscribe. You know, the one thing you can do that would really freaking help us is share this podcast on social media. Mm-hmm. Share it. If you're not scared, share this on social media. Whatever social media you're on, share it. That would be fantastic. I would truly appreciate it. The podcast itself can be found on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, anywhere that you can, Apple, whatever. Wherever you can find podcasts, you can find the Patriot Defense Podcast. We are obviously on YouTube. And I do have one video. The last one that we did is up on Rumble. Now, I'm not doing one. It took me 2 days to upload that to freaking Rumble, and I am not doing that crap anymore. So until Rumble figures out their crap, I am not putting any more videos. Now, I am looking into one more, and I should have probably recorded this one, but I didn't. Actually, it'll be there because it'll transfer it over. Oh. There is a video. It's not an app. You can find it on your computer. It's called Odyssey. And I haven't checked to see if they've done it yet, but I've ported all my YouTube videos over to our channel on Odyssey, and it's a Patriot Defense channel. You can watch them over there. So
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, either have I, but my crap's over there now. So
cool.
Our crap's over there. Your crap's over there.
Right on.
So there you go. But share this with your family and friends. I really do appreciate it. I think we will be back next week, and hopefully at the beginning of February, when I go to my class, I'm going to try to do like after class reports and stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of fun. I think that'll be a lot of fun.
Post some pictures and stuff, maybe.
Oh, yeah, me in my 511 tactical pants. I'm going to have kombucha in my pockets. And hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get this freaking gun figured out because I'm tired of messing with that. I need that trigger fixed, and I need it fixed now. Yeah. But until then, thank you for joining us, Mr. Gunslinger.
Yeah, anytime. Sharing is caring.
Maybe next week.
Maybe. I'll see what my schedule.
There you go. I like that thought. Let's end with that thought. Sharing is caring. And gunpowder and kombucha.